back in 1979, you could not get away from Pink Floyd's song, Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. It was everywhere. It was a rebellious song that surprisingly somehow managed to shoot to the top of the charts all over the world. The part everyone remembers, of course, was that chorus. We don't need no education. It wasn't sung by rock stars, but by 23 kids from a London school called Islington Green. But behind the song's success was a story that took 25 years to make things right. The young singers who made the track a hit were never actually paid for their performance. So let's take a couple steps back. The whole thing was the idea of well-known producer Bob Ezrin. He knew the song could be a real hit, even if the band wasn't so sure. So he sent an engineer over to that local school where a music teacher named Alan Renshaw, who was known for being a bit of a rebel, jumped at the chance of being on a Pink Floyd album. Renshaw thought it would be a great thing for the kids to do, so he set up the recording session on the down low, making sure that the school's headmistress, Margaret Maiden, didn't see the rebellious lyrics. And before they knew it, 23 students, all about 13 years old, were brought over to Britannia Row Studios for an afternoon. What they recorded turned Roger Waters' personal song into something that everyone could relate to. And for their part, in an album that sold more than 23 million copies, what did they get? Well, they got a couple of measly concert tickets and a copy of the record album. When the song came out, if you remember correctly, it did cause quite a bit of a stir. The students who sang on the album were warned not to speak to anyone, especially the press, about their involvement. Some officials over in Britain called the song scandalous. But you know what? Its message took on a life of its own, probably most notably in South Africa, where students protesting the apartheid education system made it their song of protest. This led to that government banning the song completely. While the song was making waves around the world, the question of the choir's payment was still there in the background, and eventually the school did get a one-time payment of £1,000, but for decades, that was it, and the students themselves were left high and dry. However, the long and winding road to making things right started in 1997 when a change in UK law gave musicians who play on records the right to earn money when a song is played. That opened the door. The next big step came from a royalties agent named Peter Rowan, who decided that he had to find these kids, now adults, who weren't listed on the record. He had a pretty darn tough job since there was no official list of the students' names. So he turned to an early social networking site called Friends Reunited to try and find the choir members who were, like I said, all grown up by then. Finally, in 2004, a fairly complete list of names had been put together, and they were able to officially ask for their fair share. And in a surprising turn of events, the school's old headmistress, Margaret Maiden, Margaret Maiden herself, she came forward to support them. This was the same person who told them they weren't allowed to talk to the press all those years ago. Her statement was a huge help in getting them the legal rights that they deserved. After that, the former students started getting yearly payments. A holiday bonus, if you will. It's never been a large amount of money, but I truly believe that the very act of paying them something is an important way of recognizing the part that they all played in music history. All right, now it's your turn. What do you think? Were the students treated fairly? Let me know in the comments section, and as always, thanks so much for watching this video.